Hi YouTube friends and family. I'm a survivor and thriver here. Guys, as promised, I'm doing a video on show you how to grow these microgreens. But first, I want to show you a representation of my heat tolerant greens that I'm growing outside compared to the microgreens that I grew inside. Alright, so here we go. This is moringa, cranberry hibiscus, longevity spinach, Brazilian spinach, and Tolerant spinach. One more, leaf of life. All of these could be used as salad greens, and that's what I use them for in my household. And so here is a bowl of those salad greens minus the moringa and the leaf of life. All right, just wanted to show you what that looks like. And here's a shot of what my microgreen salad looks like. All right, I just added the yellow Everglazed tomatoes from outside, but this is all of this I grew inside, and it's a powerhouse of nutrition. And believe it or not, this was grown in 7 days, and this was grown over a period of a few months. And this one, the microgreen salad, is way more nutritious than the salad on the left that I grew outside. There's just a powerhouse. When you grow your salad greens from microgreens and you harvest them at a young stage, you get up to 40 times the nutrition of the mature plant of whatever seed you're growing. And I think that's just amazing. Anyway, here's my setup. I have a pair of Dollar Tree scissors. I have a tablespoon here, a half a teaspoon, which I use as 1 full teaspoon because I use 2 scoops out from this. I have my sunflower seeds from the Dollar Tree. They were 4 packs for $1, and I just wiped out the store from my house, as you can see. I have grapeseed extract. I have the small aluminum tin here that's labeled with masking tape and a black Sharpie marker. I have a little strainer here. This is the cup I soaked my seeds in overnight, and I strained it with fresh water, and I'm ready for planting right there. This is my kelp. This is my worm compost, and this is a bag of soilless soil mixture. And what's in here is perlite, vermiculite, and peat moss. You mix it all up, and that's all you need to use for your microgreen setup. The reason I use that is because you don't get any gnats or bugs in the house when you use that. When you use soil from the outside, there are bugs and gnats in there, and then they're gonna take over your house. So I'm not interested in that. So that's why I use that. Also, some people use paper towels as their growing medium. They just put a paper towel in the bottom of their tray and wet it with water and then plant their seeds. The reason I don't do that is because I have chickens in my backyard, and the leftover scraps from my microgreens, like this one, I just harvested this one today. When you lift up the mat from the bottom here, you will see that it's full of nice, healthy roots and scraps from, from the growing process. So what I do is I feed this to my chickens in the backyard so that they can get a little extra nutrition. All right, so with all that being said, we're going to jump right into this. Like I was telling you, I already soaked these seeds overnight. These are the kale seeds. So the first thing that goes on the bottom of the tray is the worm compost. So I'm going to take a tablespoon of that and just lay it down in the tray. So the next thing I do is I take this kelp, this powdered kelp. You can get that from, I got it off of Amazon. So you can take that, put that on top. You're going to need a teaspoon of that. So that's a half teaspoon. And this is the other half. You lay that down there on top of the vermicompost. Once you do that, you're going to take your soil and lay your soil. Sorry for bumping you guys there. You're going to lay your soil. Remember, this soil is soaked in water overnight. And I just keep it in that container, so whenever I have my plantings, I just use this little scoop that I got from the fruit bowl. You know, the mixed fruit bowls that you get out of the store. I just kept the container and reused it. And so I just scoop it out in here like this. And I keep it to maybe like from 1/4 of an inch or 1/2 of an inch from the top of the tray. Like so. Sorry, I'm making a little mess here. And one thing I forgot to mention is this. This is a bowl with a piece of newspaper in there that I'm soaking in water. So the next step is I just take my seeds and dump them on the soil like so. And I spread the seeds out with my finger. I usually use gloves when I do this, but I'm getting a little dirty for you guys today. All right, so here we go. Spread my soil, my seeds all around. Spread them all around so that they can touch the soil mixture a little. And while I'm spreading them, I'm just patting them down a little bit, just applying a little pressure. And now I'm going to take my piece of newspaper that I had soaking and lay that on top of my soil and my seeds in the tray. Like this. And then you're left with this. And all you do is you put this in a dark place in your house, in a dark cupboard or a dark room or whatever, a closet, and you let it sit in there for 4 days, and you take it out, and then you let it green up and grow a little bit more for the next few days, 3 days to 5 days, and you're done. And then you have a super nutritious microgreen salad, which has a powerful punch of nutrition in it, up to 40 times the nutrition of regular plants. All right, and that's it. One thing I like to add is this little extra. I got this container here. It was an old grape juice container, and I filled it with water up to the neck area, and then I put in 2 drops of this grapeseed extract in there. Shake it up, and this is the water that I use for soaking my seeds overnight. The reason I do that is because, especially with sunflower seeds, they have issues with mold. And so when I decided to do that, I realized that I didn't have any type of issues with mold. So apparently the grapeseed extract inside of that water takes good care of that. You don't have to worry about that. So that's just a little extra tip there that I think will be helpful. Anyway, guys, that's what I wanted to do, is to show you guys how to do this. It's cheap and easy to grow. You can get the seeds from the Dollar Tree. I did order some from 2 seed companies that sell microgreen seeds. But if you have, locally, places where you can get packs of seed, that's all you have to do. All you have to do is remember, I don't think I mentioned this, but for big seeds, like sunflower seeds and garbanzo seeds or whatever, you always use a tablespoon of seeds. And for small seeds, you use a 1/2 teaspoon. And since these sunflower seeds are big for this tray here, this particular tray, I just use 1 tablespoon. Now, if you're using bigger trays, then you just have to scale it up. And that's it. It's simple. All right. So the equipment that you use is cheap. You don't have to buy those trays. if you have those little ceramic bowls in your house that you eat soup out of, or you eat your cereal out of, you can use those. And with this, I soak my seeds and I plant every single day, which is how I keep a fresh green salad growing inside of my house every day. Without fail, it just works out tremendously awesome. All right. And guess what, guys? You don't have to use any expensive artificial lights to do this. As long as you have light in your house where you could see everything that's, if you see the microgreens in your house, if as long as you can see them, you can grow like that. I usually put my trays in the windowsill, or I put them up in the living room area here. Let me show you. I'm going to bring you in real close. Right there. That's a tray that I have my microgreens sitting on, and I just open up the curtain to my patio doors there, and I let them green up there as well. All right. So, like I said, guys, this thing is super easy. Kids like to do it. Kids eat their salads and smoothies when they have a hand in growing them. And so I've heard that time and time again as I've spoken to family members and friends who I taught how to do this. And they just, they love it. And you're going to love it. And these microgreens are delicious. All right, you can add salad dressing to them of your choice, or you don't even have to add salad dressing. Like there are some microgreens, like the cantaloupe microgreen, that is super sweet. The corn is super sweet. So, I mean, it's just awesome. All right, so if you have any questions, guys, you can ask them in the comment section. I'm by no means an expert. I just know what works for me. The sprouts that you grow in the jars, you put them in mason jars, you add water, and you rinse it every day and all that. To me, I don't like the visual of it. It doesn't look too appetizing to me, so I never really bothered myself with it too much. But as soon as I found out about this method, this is a home run winner for me. I love it. And I make my great, my beautiful, delicious salads with it. And I just wanted to share that with you guys because we're living in some tough times. There's war over there in the Ukraine, and it's just a big mess internationally. And we're going to have a lot of food shortages, and, a lot of prices are going up on things. So get all of your seeds now so that you can grow your salads inside with no problem. And it's super easy. So, like I said, any questions, leave them in the comments below. If I don't have the answer, I'm sure that one of my wonderful subscribers will have the answer. And, like I said, we're just here to help each other to get through all of this. All right, guys, you know how it goes. If you want to be like me, I'm a survivor and thriver. And let me give you another look at this kale, this tray of kale here. All right? Y'all have a great one. Stay blessed. Take care. I'm out.